Hey y'all, so this video is going to be called Dissecting Kenya Moore. Now, Kenya Moore is known as a beauty pageant winner. I don't know which one. I believe it could have been Miss USA. And also, she is on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, let me give you my view of Kenya. When I first met Kenya, which was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I thought, oh, she seems nice, rich, and pretty. Little did we know. Now, we all have seen Kenya before in little roles on shows and things like that, and also in her movie Toi. I don't really need a menage a trois. All I really want is you. You. But yeah. So, Kenya. Now, I don't like Kenya. I don't like the way she has been acting on The Real Housewives of Atlanta in all seasons, but I do not dislike her. Kenya has a very deep wound, and what people should really focus on when it comes to Kenya is somebody who was rejected since birth was able to transcend that energy, transmute that energy, and make a career. Okay? Now, Kenya is very beautiful, a beauty that doesn't need makeup, a beauty that doesn't need explanation, a beauty that is incomparable. You can't compete with that beauty. Nobody can. So, imagine all of the hate, pain, and anger inside of knowing that your mother did not want to raise you or be around you from birth up into your mid-adulthood. And to be able to make a career, to be able to stay beautiful, to be able to really just make something of herself is outstanding. And people do not talk about that enough. Just how horrible she's been. And she has been horrible. But let's look at the instances of when she was horrible, and let's break those instances down. So when we first met Kenya, we were going through the Walter debacle, a man that she allegedly paid to date her and who ended up not being sexually attracted to her, not wanting anything to do with her. Where did Kenya experience that theme before? Oh, within her family unit. Because when the mother doesn't have to take care of the child, and I imagine that there was communication between Kenya's caretakers and her mother, whoever Kenya's caretakers were could get a check. Okay, so Kenya having to somewhat pay for affection, fight for it, beg for it, that's a common emotional response within Kenya. And it's very unfortunate, but just imagine, oh, well, I see mom, I hear you talking on the phone with her. Do you understand how damaging that is? Hearing your mother talk on the phone with other people, and then they won't talk to you, they won't communicate with you. You know your mom's alive and seeing other people, but they won't see you. But guess what, Kenya's mom? You didn't want to see Kenya, but the whole world knows Kenya now. And me, I'm not gonna sit here and look at Kenya as an abused, bruised, ugly person. I'm going to see her beauty. Because the hurt and pain that could cause somebody, and for her to be able to do what she's done, has been outstanding. Now let's go to another instance where Kenya was horrible. The whole Phaedra, Apollo, and Kenya debacle, where Kenya allegedly slept with Apollo. Okay? Met up with Apollo in LA, was fooling with Apollo, whatever. Apparently, allegedly ended up not being true, and all previous statements I just made are alleged. Now, Kenya was friends with Phaedra. Well, they were becoming friends, however they want to put it. So for Kenya to be playing with Apollo in Phaedra's face, that wasn't Kenya Moore. That was her inner child. And I'm about to get on my own nerves as I sit and say this. So, you see somebody else with a shiny toy. You never really got in the shiny toys that you wanted. So let me play with this shiny toy in front of the owner, okay? So that I can look like a winner, so I can feel like a winner, so I can just hold this for a moment. Where did that theme come from in Kenya's life? That starvation for a mother figure, that always feeling rejected and having to just grasp whatever you can. That's a theme that Kenya played out in Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's go through another instance where Kenya was horrible. We'll be here all night. But I'm only going to go through like 4 or 5. Okay? The whole Portia argument, poking and prodding somebody until they have a response. Now, we've seen Kenya do this over and over and over again. The poking and prodding until you get an emotional response. And then saying, I didn't mean it like that, I was just playing. Okay? Can you imagine how many fake scenarios Kenya created in her head to contact her mom? Well, maybe I can do this. Imagine how many times Kenya strategized a plan to meet with her mom or talk with her mom or get some type of emotional reaction out of her. Okay? So then you come on TV where all eyes are on you. You're around people who are very emotionally responsive, who have emotionally invested in you. I can get a response out of them. And if I can get a response out of them on national television, then I can appear to be wanted. I can appear to be worth it, worth something, worth an emotional response. So Kenya always poking and prodding at people and getting the emotional responses, then going, I was just playing. Yes, that makes us want to jump through the screen and fight her, but that is a theme from her childhood. Let me poke and prod so I can get something, so I can feel something. I don't really want the response. I don't want the violent response, but I need to feel something. Okay? I need a response. I need a reaction. I need something. That's what Kenya's saying when she's doing that. All right? All right. Another instance. Another instance where Kenya was horrible. There's so many to pick from. I'm debating on whether I should do the sleepover party. Oh, this is the perfect example. The way Kenya spoiled Cynthia's engagement. Okay? So, Kenya likes being first. She likes being the winner. She likes being the one bringing the juice. She likes being, at the head of the line. So her jumping to tell Cynthia, I do not believe it was malicious. I believe she truly wanted to be like, oh, let me tell you, I have the tea, I have the juice, I want to tell you this, I want to tell you this, I want to tell you this. Because she wants to be seen as that first. I'm the first Black pageant winner of this pageant. I'm the first pageant winner to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm the first. She's always wanted to be the first. So those are a couple of instances where she was horrible, and we dissected it as to what it means in her childhood. Now, again, let me just say this. I do not dislike Kenya Moore. I don't like her ways on the show with the other characters, but it is what it is. I feel like Kenya Moore, what I really want to see happen in her life, I want her to take off all the makeup, the facade, all of that. Get out of survival mode and just really break down and cry, release that pain, and realize that you didn't miss anything. Your mother not wanting to raise you, you didn't miss anything. And also, she needs to cut off her family. I am a big proponent of cutting off your family. So as you watch videos on my channel, you'll learn that. Cut them off. Cut them all off. Okay? For Kenya to have leaned on her aunt for so long and looked at her as a mother figure, and for her aunt to turn and be like, oh, that's your mother, you need to give her, that's my sister. It's wrong. A family unit that allows a child to be abandoned, that whole bloodline needs to burn down. with the exception of the children. But adults allowing another adult that they had to abandon their child, cut off. Because that energy cord is still in Kenya's life. I'm tempted to cut the cord. Okay? Because it's just like, you're in cahoots with family. I'm sure she still talks to her family. You know, you're involved with a family who allowed a woman to abandon you, condones it, and is still condoning it. When you so apparently when you so obviously and immediately now need that healing. But Kenya, my advice to you, if you happen to see this, cut off your family. You can't, that energetic cord in your life, you can't have that. You can't be around any of those people, Kenya, because they all allowed your mother to turn her back on you. So you still do dawdling with that energy. You're going to still attract those instances where people aren't really choosing you, but using you. You know, I think you were raised by your grandma. She was raised by her grandma. Kenya, you were raised by your grandma. So I'm sure that there were some things you had to do or say to get your family their money to take care of you. If, anything, like if y'all were on any type of whatever. But I'm sure that you were used to get resources. That's what I'm trying to say to you. And Mark wanted a baby. Use your womb to have that baby. It benefited you. Just like when your childhood, it benefited you when they were using you to get the resources they needed. Because you were still getting your love and affection from them. But again, like I said, as long as you have that cord in your life, you will never attract what you truly want out of your love life, out of your personal life, your platonic and your romantic relationships, because you're still talking to them. They allowed your mother to abandon you. They allowed your mother to turn their back on you with a justification of it. You can go off. God blessed you with the visibility to go off and make a family of your own. The whole world knows you. You don't need, that's my uncle. That's my Brooklyn. I had Brooklyn. She needs a family. She needs to know where I come from. No, because you come from a bunch of rejection, a bunch of people who don't know how to be people. Okay? Even your dad. If I had a woman, I would be leading her and taking care of her. Like, he's a caveman. So all that, the half-ass shit that you keep attracting, Kenya, is because you still talk to your family. You have to cut that cord, or you will never have the kind of love you want. Always be half-ass love. Matt, fucking you right, but trying to beat your ass. Breaking shit in your house. Walter, coming on the trip with you, looking good for the pictures, do dawdling with your friends, but you go back to the room, take your clothes off, he won't let you ride his dick. Like, you're too pretty for that. Okay? Mark, look good for the pictures, come to what he wants to come to, shoot up the club, but now you don't want to be a family. You don't even want anything to do with me. All you want to do is criticize me. Just like what your aunt is doing to you now. Oh, Kenya, you need to leave that alone. You need to have more boundaries. You need to have respect. Fuck that aunt. Kenya, again, cut off your family.